Good morning and welcome to episode 2 of Explosive Touches Enterprises new video series here on YouTube. Today, small show about an hour south in West Palm Beach for the Flying Tigers, Lakeland Flying Tigers versus the Jupiter Cardinals, I guess you could say. The minor league team for the St. Louis Cardinals. Only 5-minute show, 14 3-inch racks and 12 4-inch racks. So a little bit smaller than the Thresher show last week, but we'll take you on that show with us again today and show you how we do this one. And we've made it here down to Jupiter, Florida for the show. Tonight's show is at Roger Dean Stadium for the single A affiliates of the Arizona Cardinals. Both the Cardinals and Miami Marlins single A affiliate teams play here at the stadium, but tonight's just the Cardinals versus the Lakeland Flying Tigers, affiliates of the Tigers. So like I said, small show, only 14 3-inch racks and 12 4-inch racks. 5 minutes. So we're gonna get setting up because I'm a little bit behind. I had some errands to run after this morning, really, and so we're a little bit behind, but we'll be able to knock this out in no time, and I'll come back to you right before show. And we're all set up. So like I said, small show. The finale consists of our salute rack here, so 1 chain of salutes, and then we have 6 racks of 3-inch finale chain and 3 racks of 4-inch that are all series together, so that multiple go at the same time when I hit the button. Here, 3-inch time chains. Like I explained last video, is each of these chains are equipped with a special piece of corking, so that when I hit the button, the whole chain on top goes, and then every 3 seconds that cork will run out and shoot a shell until all 10 shots are shot. Here in the back we have 3, 6, 9 racks of 6 4-inch singles This really helps us buy time here during the only 5-minute show, and we are way too far from the stadium for any cakes. So there's not a whole bunch of variety and things going on. So we do use variety cases of 4-inch and 3-inch time chains. So we give them in the most variety we possibly can, but it doesn't have that extra, I guess, dazzle, you could call it, that a cake would bring, right? A whole bunch of randomness and extra and different stuff. So yeah, that is the show. A question I usually get, mainly from the fire departments, believe it or not, is what lights do we use? It's a big one. For some reason, the fire departments use stuff like this, the tripod setup. If it's not mounted to the engine itself, right? Inspectors will use it when the engines leave, and they actually really seem to like these. So, what do we use? Not a sponsored video. I'm in no way here endorsing Milwaukee, but we use the Milwaukee rocket lights, I think they're called. They're powered just off a basic M18 and a red lithium battery, and usually that'll buy us, I'd say 7-8 hours of light if we need it. So we don't charge batteries probably but once a month, depending on how busy that month is. Extinguishers have to be certified by an extinguisher company. They don't have to be tagged, but they do have to be certified. Have to meet all the requirements. It is just water in here. I would always recommend keeping an ABC close, just because the water can take care of most stuff. But let's say I catch that palm tree on fire, even though that extinguisher is not reaching. Better example, those bushes over there, right? I run out of water, ABC extinguisher. It never hurts to have one laying around. You can find these on probably Amazon or anywhere else really. They run probably $120, $140 each, and most departments love it when you bring 2 to a show. The code only calls for 1, but we always bring 2 just because you never know, as well as those lights. So yeah, basic, small, 5 minutes worth. We'll give them what they paid for, which is a great show all around. So I will come back to you right before showtime.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through.
and that's the show. So yep, quick 5 minutes, right on target. We only had one shell that didn't go, so the fire inspector stayed out and stayed close, and we were able to rewire that real quick and fire that after the show. Most departments that would just prefer if you shot the shells versus unload them, put them back in the van, take them home, because that requires placards, insurance, the whole nine. So it's just easier to use another E-match and fire the shell. So this is the end product here. I've already went and removed the finale mod, so that's not there anymore. You can see the black 72M here that we covered last episode. And yeah, that is it. John and I are gonna clean up and hopefully just make it home before 10 o'clock. That'd be great. See you soon.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,
just like that, the show's cleaned up. Probably took John and I maybe 20 minutes. Quick, easy. Probably you'll see in the time lapse that, you know, it's a group effort, I guess you could say. So I took care of loading all the racks, and while John raked, some of y'all might be get up in arms about John's laziness. But at the end of the day, it's still a group effort. So whether he does it, I do it, we do it, it's got to get done. So because of him doing that, it took me a little bit longer for the racks, but we're also out here sooner because it's already done. So till next time, this is episode 2 of Explosive Touches new video series. I'm Tanner Scott, Director of Operations. See you next time.